Hello and welcome to Lady Applejack Speaks VA, a VA channel here on YouTube that focuses on the Netflix series Stranger Things. Yes, I have another episode. Holy crap, it's a miracle. But this episode is not a continuation of Series 3. It's actually a pilot episode for a new series I'm kicking off. And the series is Series 4, Closer. So, if you know, you know, Closer is a song by one of my favorite bands called 9 Inch Nails. You might have heard of them. They were like the essence of my youth, I guess is the best way to describe them. I have so many good memories with 9 Inch Nails. They were one of my first concerts I went to in college. And, oh gosh, is it just me or is Trent Reznor just dreamy? He was so damn dreamy back in the 90s and the early 2000s. But anyways, yes, this should be a little bit of a teaser for you as to what to expect with this particular series. So the series follows Eddie Munson and Lis Vanguard. Now, who's Lis Vanguard, you ask? Lis Vanguard is another original character. And just to kind of summarize them, Eddie Munson and Lis Vanguard have been very close friends since they were in diapers. Quite literally, they were toddlers when they first started spending time together, which is totally different from what I've done in the past. Usually Eddie moves in to Hawkins around middle school, high school. The most recent series, he moves to Hawkins in the 7th grade, at least his 7th grade year. This is going to be a little bit different because in my storyline, he's been in Hawkins all this time and he knows Lis Vanguard like the back of his hand. Maybe not good context, but anyhow, you know what I'm getting at, right? So, what happens when these two go from being just super good, super close friends to something a little bit different, something that is completely out of left field? Now, with this particular version of Lis that I'm doing, we're used to seeing the soft side of Lis. We're used to seeing Lis as a very soft, gentle, sometimes affirmative person. But in this particular series, what if Lis is a little bit of a badass? What if Lis matches the energy of Eddie Munson? Okay, get those thoughts in gear because this is going to be one of those series. So first and foremost, one other thing that I want to say besides the fact that we have a very dominant female protagonist is that the episode or the entire series as a whole is going to be a first on this channel because it's the first, you can't talk, it's the first 17 plus series exclusively for Eddie Munson. Yes, you heard me correctly. The entire series is 17 plus as the suggested minimum age. So that means every episode in one way or another is going to be a rated R episode. And a lot of it is going to be ranging from strong language to maybe a little bit of spicy innuendos to full on spice. So every single episode that you see is going to have the suggested minimum age of 17 plus. And it's also going to carry a pepper rating. The pepper rating will range between 1 to 5 peppers. And you guys know how I serve my peppers up. So yes, this is going to be quite different. This is a departure from what I'm used to. So yeah, it's going to be steamy. It's going to be steamy. So let's talk about this particular series and where the inspiration came from. So the inspiration actually came from one of our fellow listeners, Emily Mills. So Emily is amazing, and she sent me a slew of ideas on my Instagram that is focused on just this series. And I don't know if she thought it was going to be a series or an episode. I'm not quite sure what she was thinking at that moment. But I decided I was going to make this a series because I could see some potential in it. And when I tell you that I was so excited reading all of her ideas, I was super excited. I was taking notes. I'm like, okay, this sounds good. I'm like, slow down for a minute. Let me just grab a pen. Let me screenshot all this shit. And I'm going to get this in gear ASAP. So, yeah, that's where we're at with things right now. And I am really excited to share this with you guys. So, the episode in question tonight is rated R for strong language and very strong sexual or spicy innuendos. So, you might hear my dog, he's walking down the stairs. But there's going to be some spicy innuendos in this. And again, minimum age is 17 plus. You guys know my drill. I'm here to just give the disclaimer and nothing more. I cannot and I will not be Steve Harrington. That is all you guys. You guys make your decision what you want to do with this. Can you guys hear my dog drinking? Anyhow, this episode takes place September 13th, 1985. And the pepper rating is 2 ghost peppers with a 1/4 cup of milk. So you're welcome. And we are going to have 2 different narratives here. The first narrative that you're going to have is Liz. Liz is going to have a little narrative that she's going to share with you guys. So, the first narrative, like I said, is going to be Liz. The second narrative is going to be Eddie. So you can either internalize dialogue that, or you can fourth wall it, whichever you prefer. And the title of this episode is Rebel Girl, which is a song by Bikini Kill. If you haven't listened to that band, you really should check them out. They carry a very, very strong energy, just like our Lis Vanguard does. So without further ado, let's jump right into the episode. Liz's point of view, Hawkins High School cafeteria. I cannot wait to get the hell out of this fucking place. Hawkins, you're the bane of my existence. Okay. Hawkins isn't really that bad. It has its perks, like USS Butterscotch ice cream, Friday nights at the Rinkorama. Oh, and my best friend, Eddie Munson. Yes, you heard me right. The Eddie Munson, the super senior. Eddie the Freak Munson. Eddie the Satanist. Everyone knows him as a stupid, dorky pothead metalhead. I see him as thoughtful, book smart when he tries, and talented. Our friendship started when we were basically in diapers. Eddie's uncle Wayne adopted him shortly after his mom dumped him on the police department's doorstep in Indianapolis. I'm not joking. That she really dumped him on the doorstep of the police department. And it was just like you would see in the old black and white movies. Basically abandoned during a cold winter night, and fortunately he was found by a couple of police officers coming back from their evening runs. Yeah. He doesn't remember his mom, obviously, because of this, and his dad might as well be a ghost too. He only shows his face around Wayne's when he needs a place to crash or some scratch to finance his next drug binge. Edward Sr. is a prick, and often I think it's such a shame that Eddie has to share a name with such a garbage person. This is our senior year, and we have it all planned out. For Eddie, this is his second time trying to get through senior year, and I'm trying my best to help him. I do get better grades than him, even though a lot of the teachers hate me here. Eddie plans on going to Chicago and starting to work the beat in terms of getting signed to record labels. He's hell-bent on making Corroded Coffin a thing. The real deal. Me? I already have early admittance to Columbia School of Chicago, with their photography program being my major, much to Doris's dismay. Before you ask, Doris is my mom. Yes, I call her by her name, Doris. I don't call her mom, I don't call her mommy, I don't call her mother. She's more like an absent-minded big sister than a mother. To be honest, I'm pretty much raising her on my own. She doesn't care what I do outside of her house. She doesn't care that there's times that I sleep over at Eddie's and crash on his couch or crash in the same bed with him. It doesn't matter. She isn't upset by any of that. And she's not even upset by my choice of concentration once I get out of high school. What upsets her is the fact that I'm leaving her and Hawkins behind as soon as that diploma hits my hands. It's because I don't want to end up like her. I don't want to sink into this hellhole like she did. Doris was 17 when she had me, and her life has been just a dead-end street since then. She just waitresses at the Hideout on a regular basis. And I think a part of her thinks that I should do the same after I graduate. Yes, I waitress at the diner part-time when I'm not at school, but this is a temporary thing for me. It's not the fucking end game. I barely made it in time for lunch because Mrs. O'Donnell's mission to convert me to her dark side of chemistry. Another talk with her about how I should really be looking into going to UC and really investing my potential in chemistry and possibly engineering. She has these high expectations for me that, yes, I may have the instruction and the brain, but I definitely don't have the heart for. And Mrs. O'Donnell does not waste time in explicitly telling me over and over and over again that I'm wasting my potential on photography. That I'm such a smart girl that should go to a reputable program like UC or even DePaul. Today, I just got so sick and tired of hearing her constant dribble about wasting potential. I ended up telling her to get bent. And shocker, I get detention for being mouthy. I end up grabbing just a bottle of apple juice before going over to the Hellfire table like I normally do. Not even caring that all the seats are full. My seat usually, though, typically ends up being Eddie's lap. I plop down in Eddie's waiting lap and proceed to steal a few stray fries from his tray. He is used to this at this point. Just me dropping down in his lap and partaking in his food. He continues looking over the Newsweek magazine that he has open in front of him as he clears his throat. So, how many detentions did O'Donnell gift you this time? Just one. Guess why? Because I was being mouthy. Again. No surprise. If you're still hungry, I got some extra cookies in my lunchbox. I don't need your cookies, Munson. I beg to differ. They're chocolate chip oatmeal. Mrs. Bumgardner made them for me after fixing her storm door yesterday. Again, I don't need your sloppy seconds, Munson. Ew. She's 80 years old, Liz. But she has something that no other girl in Hawkins could give you. Well, you know, the option of removing her teeth for some of that gum action. Oh, God. Really? Gross. Okay. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Not you, you dirty little boy. Haha. I'm being serious. I told you during study hall I'm working at the diner till close. If it was anything like Friday and this fucking stupid championship, I'll probably be there way after closing too. Why? Have you thought about my offer? You know, the one that I brought up during study hall? The D&D thing? To be exact, it's not a thing, Vanguard. It's a full-blown campaign. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to fight to the death. Oh, Jesus. It's a board game where I have to play a dirty little hobbit in the woods. No thanks. Fuck, come on. Sinclair can't play because it's the championship game for the laundry basket jocks. I just need you to sub once. No way. Last time you had me sub, you got pissed at me. Because you asked me to be your dungeon master daddy and asked me to punish the numbers for you. Not to mention that you tried to introduce cannibalism into the campaign. I thought that you would enjoy the variety. Oh, fuck. Unbelievable. I grab another French fry from his tray before setting back against him. After eating the fry, I absently play with his hair as he continues to read. This is normal to us. This is comfortable. And this is safe. And yeah, we do get a lot of strange looks and, God, the rumors. I don't know. I just kind of play along with it. I really don't give a shit what anybody thinks. So, what time do you get off tonight? I smirk without missing a beat. Usually my prime time is 1 or 2 a.m. That depends if Doris is asleep. Normally she's asleep and my spank bank is well stocked by that point. Fuck, I'm being serious. So am I. Ow! Must you pinch me on my side like that? I wouldn't pinch you if you would answer my damn questions. I did, and I said no. Liz, come on. One night. Please. What's in it for me? What do you want? Okay. Well, first, you need to pick me up from the diner. As you are already aware, my Vespa is still in the shop until you get fixed. In addition, I must acquire 2 additional items. Oh man, I'm almost scared. You're scaring me, Liz. What is it? What do you want? Good. The first is you need to finally make me one of my very own guitar pick necklaces, like yours. Why? You don't even play guitar. I don't give a shit. I want one. Second, I get your Hellfire t-shirt, right? Yeah. You can get your very own Hellfire shirt. I mean, I won't have it ready tonight. Obviously, it'll take me a couple days to screen print, but I didn't say a new t-shirt. I said your shirt. You want my shirt? Seriously? Yep. Your shirt. And if I say no? You would be a dumbass, Munson. Shirt or no sub. Unbelievable. Fuck. Fine. Good. Give me my shirt. What? Now? Here? Did I stutter? But I don't have an extra with me. Again, did I stutter? Eddie's point of view after school detention. Lis Vanguard did it again. She bamboozled me into another detention. This is my 3rd one this month, thanks to her. Fuck. This is what happens when we become blood siblings at the age of 6. Jesus. She wouldn't let up about the fucking shirt until I relented. Okay, maybe it had something to do with her sex-kin smile and that evil little gleam in her bright green eyes. Since our first day at our babysitter, Terry Johnson's Double Wide in Forest Hills, Liz had me captivated. She could have talked me into hot wiring a school bus. Hell, I can't begin to tell you how many fucking baby teeth I had knocked out of Jason Carver's mouth for talking shit about her on the playground. Okay, again, I knocked one out. Liz managed to knock out the other 3. Doris was pissed when her daughter was the first child in kindergarten to get a 3-day suspension in Hawkins elementary history. I roll my eyes and drop my pencil in my half-full notebook, copying a well-memorized student handbook. I could easily recite this fucker in my sleep. I look over at Liz, who is sitting a desk away from me. Her head nods as she tries to copy the handbook without falling asleep. Mrs. Denton, our detention monitor, if you want to call her that, doesn't notice that neither of us are readily engaged in the required activity. She's too busy reading her latest romance novel to care if Liz is sleeping or goofing off. Liz looks up at me lazily, giving me one of her almost purely innocent smiles. That smile. That smile that always gets me into trouble in school and outside of it. That smile that makes me think things about Lis Vanguard that clearly aren't of the friendly nature. You see, Lis Vanguard is not just a friend of mine. She's different from any of the other girls that would often pass my van or bedroom doors. Lis Vanguard was a rare jewel because she is the one girl that I have pined for since the 7th grade and can't seem to have.
That girl thinks she's a queen of the neighborhood. I got news for you.